Well, I have waited the last 2 days for this stupid rain to stop, and it's just not going to. So I guess we're just going to need to film this anyway. So today is Monday, February 11th, 2019. And this is going to be episode 10 of my tiny house build. A lot has happened in the last couple of weeks. Rich has finished his work. He is off the property, and I have paid him. And we've got the bathroom finished. So right now we're sitting right at 19.5, and the only things we still need for the house are a microwave and a refrigerator. It is technically livable at this point. So in spite of still killing myself out here, my stress level has gone down a little bit because I feel like we're finally nearing the end here. My finances are still a mess. My health is still bad, although it hasn't gotten any worse over the past week. So that's a plus. And we're pretty much done spending big bucks on this project. So I am feeling a little relief at this point. So anyway, let's go ahead and get out of the rain, and we'll get started on the tour here, and I'll show you guys what we've been up to for the last couple weeks. The biggest thing we got going on outside is the pipes, and all the pipes are done. This white one is the water line that we insulated. Right when we finally got hot water put in this thing, it started dropping into the low 20s. So we scrambled out here to get the water pipe insulated so that it wouldn't bust. So we've got spray foam at all the joints, and then we've got this white plastic. It's basically a white plastic tube that's full of foam to insulate all the straight areas of the water pipe. But as you can see, we've got the gray, which is electric, and the black, which is the drain, and then the white one is the water. So we've got everything we need. By the time I film another one of these videos, this whole ditch should be filled in. So that's a nice plus there. Back to the wall over here. We've got a couple of updates over here. You can see at the bottom here that we've run the electrical pipe up the side of the wall and into the breaker box in the bathroom. I sprayed the spray foam on there so that the water wouldn't leak in. We're going to cut and paint that later, but just wanted to get something to make sure that stayed waterproof for right now. We also added, it's really muddy out here, sorry, a little divot in the drain pipe. So as you can see, it actually dips underneath the water line there. Rich thought that was a good idea to prevent sewage backup just in case. So that's been added there. And as you can see, we have the valve there to shut off the water to the house if we need to, and we've got insulation pretty much all around that thing. So it's been in the 20s out here for pretty much a week straight, and we haven't had any problems. So that's good news. Boy, it's muddy over there. I almost fell a couple times. So let's get out of the rain here and go inside so everybody can see what we've been up to. Pardon the umbrella. I'm just trying to ensure that the camera doesn't get damaged. We're planning on building a small little deck or something out here so that we're not tracking so much mud in here, because that has been a problem. As you can see here, this is mud that I've just tracked in all today. So we're going to need to do something to keep that from happening in the future. So here's our kitchen. Pretty much everything is done in the kitchen at this point. I do want to put a little bit of caulking along the back wall here where the counter meets the wall, and I'm going to do that on both sides. And then these cabinets over here still need to be stained, painted. We haven't quite decided what we're going to do with those yet. Dishwasher works, washer dryer works, garbage disposal under here works. The hot water in the sink works. I'm going to demonstrate the hot water in the bathroom, just so that you guys can see how that works. So yeah, kitchen is looking good at this point. Into the bathroom. This is where I've focused most of my efforts over the past couple of weeks. It sure is nice to have some power in here. So we've got, let's see if I can get some focus there. There we go. We've got the shower doors installed. That ended up getting a little funky because I forgot that this thing isn't completely symmetrical. So neither is the shower. So we had to actually reverse a couple of the hinges up there and kind of get funky with the way we laid the frame here, just to make sure that it fit. As you can see at the bottom here, we put these little bumpers down here at the bottom of the shower door on both sides, because it bumps the bottom there, even though we've got a small gap that goes up the side. And on the other side, same thing. It bumps the bottom, and we've got a gap that goes up the side. So yeah, that's pretty much as good as we could get with the shower doors, but they did turn out really, really nice. Me and Shan Shan's friend Chris installed all this over a period of 2 days. And we've got the shower head in there. At this point, we've also got the entire shower caulked. I'm just kind of waiting for the caulking to dry, and then we're going to be testing that shower, make sure I've got everything watertight. I did use plumber's tape. You can actually see a little bit on the back of the shower head there. I've used plumber's tape for pretty much this whole thing, so I'm not expecting any problems there. We've also got the grip bar here installed that Shan Shan asked for. Let me just step into the shower here real quick. We were able to drill this one directly into a stud, so that thing's nice and sturdy, which is exactly what she wanted. The shower seat, I have revised a little bit since the last video. As you can see, we've put silicone in the back here to make sure that we don't have any water leaks. And I ended up pulling the screws out that we had in there and put in some bigger screws with silicone to ensure that we're not going to have any leakage. These two sections here are driven into the studs. This section here could not be done because there's no stud between these two sections. So what we did here was we used anchor screws, some heavy-duty anchor screws, and stuck that sucker in there. But this thing is really sturdy. It's supposed to be able to hold 400 pounds. I'm guessing with the anchor screws in there rather than a stud, it might not hold that much, but it'll hold a lot. So I'm not too worried about that. Shan Shan only weighs about $1.20, and I don't think anybody else is really going to be using that for anything. So anyway, that's the bathroom. Here is our completed breaker box. I could not be more happy with this breaker box. It is so nice to have electricity out here. We've got electricity throughout the entire house. We've got heat. We've got hot water. We've got everything we need to live out here. So fantastic. And as you can see, it comes up from the bottom here where we ran that pipe up the side of the outside of the house. And it's basically just coming in right here and then up through the bottom of the breaker box. Over here is where we've got the water heater hooked up. It comes with this dial. Let me get my headlamp shut off here. It comes with this dial that basically shows you what the temperature is going to be. So as you can see here, when I turn on the hot water, it automatically comes on and tells you how hot the temperature is going to be, which is pretty cool. This can be adjusted from, I think, 90 all the way up to 120. So I've got it at 110 right now because I'm not really sure how hot we're going to need it to take a hot shower, because that has not been tested yet. So stay tuned for that next week. I also added a medicine cabinet because we needed some storage in here.
We doing a video for the house?
Yes, we are.
Why is it all smoky?
I'll explain that later.
Ah.
So this is going to be our primary storage for bathroom items for the moment. We are planning on adding some more shelving, probably up along the top here, and maybe another little bit of shelving on this wall, so that we've got a lot of storage here in this bathroom, because the bathroom is a little small. The bathroom vent is pretty much complete at this point. It just needs to be sealed up just a little bit more and painted around it, but it works great. And the hole has been cut on the outside. I actually forgot to show that earlier, but we've got the little hole cut out there for the air to flow to the outside of the building.
And the bathroom looks great. He did a great job on it.
So, moving down here to the hallway section. This is going to be our living area, and the living area is pretty much done. As you can see, we're starting to move in furniture. This is officially our first piece of furniture for the tiny home. This is an armoire. I had planned to have an armoire from the very beginning of this project. We're basically going to use it as a hall closet for long coats on one side. And then the other side has basically a cupboard area that we're going to be using as our pantry. And it's also got a full-length mirror, which is another thing that I wanted because, you know, space for a full-length mirror is a little scarce in here. It also has a flat top, which is another thing that I wanted specifically in the armoire, so that we can put storage tubs or stack things or whatever we want to do.
Or make a little poopsie hotel up there. There's bedding.
Yeah, what she said. So this bad boy was 50 bucks. I got it off of Craigslist. So great buy. It's in almost brand new condition. It's gotten a little dusty in here from some of the work, but that will be cleaned up at a later time. The bedroom, there hasn't been a whole lot of activity in the bedroom over the last couple weeks because we've been working so hard on the bathroom. So what we got going on here is pretty much the same. As you can see, it is a lot cleaner. Everything that we had excess of basically went out to the shed, and everything that we were able to return to Home Depot, we returned. So the bedroom at this point is pretty much empty, except for this one cupboard here and all this drywall, which we haven't really decided what to do yet. We're going to find some way to get rid of it, but we don't just want to waste it. So right now it's just kind of sitting here. And then over here we've got our cupboards that have been painted and are ready to be installed. And then our windows up there like usual. And then the closet area, we've got nothing new up here. This still needs to be wiped down and the edges refined a little bit. But yeah, pretty much nothing new in the bedroom. But by the time I film another video here within the next couple weeks, we should have some furniture out here. We're planning on putting a couch over here in the wall by the armoire. And yeah, we're probably going to start putting stuff into the bedroom and clean it up a little bit more and doing the touch-up paint work in there and those sorts of things. So yeah, we're just about ready to move into this bad boy, and I could not be happier because my nerves are shot, my stress has been through the roof, and I'm seriously broke. But yeah, we're pretty much at the end at this point. Basically all we need to do is a little bit of extra work and start moving in. So very, very happy about that. This is episode 10. That's 20 weeks of these videos. 20 weeks that we've been working on this build. And I had this thing delivered to my property in August of 2018. So we're looking at about 6 months of this project so far, and I cannot believe how far we have come. But got a little bit further to go. I'm going to continue to shoot these videos until this place is completely furnished and we've been living comfortably in it for at least a month. So stay tuned, and I'll be giving all of you updates on how it's going financially and emotionally and otherwise. So yeah, still many, many adventures ahead. So stay tuned, folks, and thanks for watching. I will talk to you soon.